Hi, everyone. You can unmute yourselves. Hey, Mason, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Sorry.
Hey, how are you? Hey,
Good. How
I
are you, sir?
I noticed that you haven't gone into the Zybook yet.
Yeah, I sent you an email earlier this week.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the issue is, but when I follow that correct process, like the one that like everybody else had success with, my Millikin library is not providing an access code, so it just says like fulfilled in your LMS, and then it just prompts me to pay for it again. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're having issues. They're having issues linking it. I've been after these guys since before the semester started, just trying to get them to get that book on. And it's been quite an effort. But I've got 8 people already, 8 students already in there. So I've asked anyone that's had a successful they were able to get on successfully to please put that in the announcements, especially the one that I put the temporary um info on that was given to me by Crooks May. And she's not on yet, but definitely that's something that, you guys need to talk to each other and see if there's a method, a method that actually works. Looks like there is. So I'm trying to get anyone that tells me that they're successful to please post it in the announcement, in the announcements and see if others can actually use it to get in. Devin, you're another one that's hasn't gone in there. Have you been trying?
Yeah, I've been looking through the bookstore and everything. I can't find the code that they were talking about. So while I'm signed up for Zybook, it just won't work without a code. So I'll have to
Yeah,
do the temporary
exactly.
thing.
And that code is actually something that they're supposed to send you guys. Each and every one of you gets a specific unique code. So getting someone else's code isn't going to work. Yeah, you need all a unique code to get you in. And when you sign up for the class and everything, that's supposed to actually be something that's included. So, um, yeah, I'm really sorry. You guys are having such a hard time getting in there. Thank God, at least for the first couple of weeks, um, a lot of the assignment is just basically writing a proposal, getting yourselves a little bit more familiar. I did hear that some of you already got the physical book, the HTML physical book. So that's a good thing. But you need to contact your rep at the bookstore and say, hey, what's going on? So, another student was actually told, yeah, we know you're not the only one that's having issues. We know that there's a lot of people having issues getting the book. That doesn't help anyone, but at least they know that there is a problem. So, of course, for any assignments, that are due, you guys don't have the book, so there will be, no late issues or anything like that. So, you should be able to go in and still do the assignments hopefully soon, as soon as you guys get in and actually get the book or get access to the book, I should say. The last I heard, Yeah, I really wanted to speak to, oh, Taylor. Taylor's another one. Taylor, you were able to get in there and get access to the book?
No, I don't have access.
No? Okay, because it said, hello, I have figured it out.
That was for I was asking you about one of the assignments.
Oh, okay.
I
All
sent
right.
you another email though, about the book.
Okay. All right. Keep pestering the bookstore, people at the bookstore. I'll keep pestering them on my side. They actually asked me today if you guys had gotten in, and I was like, no. I have a lot of people trying to get the access to the Zybook, and they're not able to get in. Out of the 20 of you, I do see that 8 of you were successful. So Madeline Beck, Anthony. Anthony E. I'll just say Anthony E. Wayne Fenderson, Kaylee Fike, Matt Gowan, Kayla Hanson, Crooks May, and Morgan Potter. I see you guys. You're in and you're doing the work. So reach out to each other. And again, if anyone is successful in getting in and actually getting access to the book temporarily, um, let everybody know. Aside from that, any questions about the week 1 or week 2 assignments? Does anyone have any questions?
I had a question
Sure.
about I was able to get into the Zybook, so
Hmm.
it's about assignments. So for week two, I was able to get all of the points except for 10, and it says that the 2.12 assignment has not been published by the instructor, but it's worth 10 points. So I was just wondering if that needed to be like
Is that
completed.
in the Zybook itself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll take a look at that.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
I had a couple assignment questions. I also got stopped on the Zybook at like 2.10. Said it
Okay.
wasn't available because of the instructor, so I don't know if that just needs unlocked. Um,
Interesting. I wonder if they're just giving that temporary access is just like to a certain amount.
yeah. So the temporary
Okay.
access I have, I think the date says till like February 26th,
Okay.
around there, give or take a day.
Okay.
So but I can't go any farther than the 2.10 is where I got stopped.
Okay.
But my other question is in regards to the week two project assignment. Is
Yes.
that is that a coding assignment or is that a paper written like assignment? Because
Paper.
I'm very confused.
It's a
Okay.
paper assignment. It's a
Okay.
proposal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It read kind of weird and I wasn't sure which route it was supposed to be. So, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's not no coding yet because and I do this on purpose because a lot of times in the beginning of the semester, there's almost always an issue with getting access to either one or multiple books. So this kind of, is kind of a filler getting you. Besides, I mean, this is good stuff because um as you're going to be going in and creating websites and things like that, especially the major project for the course, you're going to be going back to this proposal because a lot of what you're going to be doing, a lot of what you're going to be building is based on this proposal that you're actually doing for the fictitious company. So be very detailed. Um, just, do it like, you're building a proposal for a job and you're building something for someone. So again, a lot of the proposal is basically just reiterating the requirements that are supposed to be on the proposal. You just have to pretty it up, make sure it looks nice, put in a header, things like that. And then this is a document that you'll probably be using going forward to go back and say, okay, well, what's my project supposed to be like? What's it supposed to contain? So you always go back to the proposal, and you may even want to, as you go through and add new features to your website, go back and modify the proposal to actually reflect that. Now, Crooks, were you able to get a code, a
Um,
temporary code?
No. So when I was going through my bookstore, because I
Hmm.
had tried to take this class previously,
Yeah.
my old book and old access code was there, which is what I used, thinking it was this one. Um, it wasn't till I got all the way through the first chapter
Uh-huh.
that it told me that I no longer have a subscription, and that's when I realized that the year was 24 instead of 25. So
Ah,
I have it from a previous one, but I had to go in and do the temporary thing for this semester.
you didn't have to pay anything, did you?
Not for the no. So when I did that workaround from that email that you sent. That
Yeah.
workaround does work. I had to wait like 24 hours though before I actually had access to it.
Okay.
So like it does the workaround works, and like next day you're able to get into it. At least for me, that's what it was. Like when I would click on the sections, it gave me an error, like the web page didn't exist.
Okay.
But then I went back in the next day and it all worked fine.
So everybody, did you hear that? It looks like the temporary thing does work. You just have to maybe give it about a day and then to retry.
My problem was I don't have an access code at all.
Well, Crooks doesn't have an access code either, and she was able to get in.
I got the access code from the announcement that you sent. It had like the ebook info, and I was able to put in those like the book code and stuff, and that got me
Hmm.
into it with the temporary workaround. So I didn't have like I don't know if it was a personal code for me, but overall like it let me in.
Yeah, that's just the ISBN number, which is a direct link to our course and the Zybook for this course. So I figured they may ask you for that, so which is why I included it, including the actual name of the course and stuff like that. But if you guys can post anything in the announcements, just a couple of, steps. I did this, step one, step two, step three, step four. That may help some others get in, at least temporarily, without an access code. And I'll keep on my end letting these guys know that you you're not able to get in yet. Any other questions? All right. Hopefully we have this resolved this week, or at least everyone can get in temporarily. Because next week, week 3, is when things start, getting um, a little not hairy, but we're gonna actually start doing some coding and then doing some web pages. So if you haven't gotten Illustrator installed, or you don't know any uh, issues with Dreamweaver or anything like that, in one of the announcements, there's a person there that can help you out. We also have a lab Fridays at 1:30 available so that you guys can sit there and do some of this work, just in case you don't have a laptop or you don't have a computer that you can actually install this stuff on. So all of the machines in that lab have Illustrator, have Dreamweaver, have all that other stuff already installed. Any questions? Keep letting me know your successes and failures as far as trying to get access to the Zybook, and then I'll keep hitting these guys, the administrative people in the bookstore.
I have one more question. For
Of course.
Dreamweaver, is that part of the Adobe suite? Is it an Adobe
It
program?
is. It is. It's part of
Okay.
the Adobe
Okay.
suite. Yep. I
Okay.
mean, it's pretty easy to use. and it'll even do some rudimentary code for you. Be careful using Chat GPT um, to get code. Sometimes for little snippets of stuff, it's okay. For bigger stuff like taking a whole assignment and actually giving it to ChatGPT, it's going to give you something that's completely off. And I'll know that it's coming from ChatGPT, and you don't want to go there. All right. So it's all of this work has to be original. But again, I don't mind you guys doing little snippets. So especially if you wanted to get a snippet of, let's say, uh, something for, like your .css file. So, which is the styling stuff for the web pages. So you definitely use the internet, but be careful copying and pasting anything, because that's now you're borderline plagiarism. So be careful of that. Any other questions? Anything at all? Okay, so I'm gonna post this recording, so others that are, that haven't joined the meeting are able to check out what we spoke about, because I'm sure, they either couldn't attend the meeting, and they're gonna want to know how to get use the book temporarily. Okay, guys, thanks again. Have a good afternoon.